up? Dude, it's a fucking shit show.
Oh god, okay. Tell us, sis. Now we're rolling.
Oh, rolling on.
Okay. Welcome.
Yeah, so that's really dehydrated after all.
Yeah, so good thing she drank some White Claw for her dehydration. We just shot some content for y'all outside. I hope you appreciate us doing that at 100 degrees.
Some
You
bad
probably
bitch
don't.
content.
Macy smoked a cigarette for y'all.
Actually,
We do not
I did.
promote it, but we did it.
I've never smoked a cigarette in my entire life, and
put one in her mouth.
I think it went into the lungs for a second.
We're gonna get her checked out after this podcast.
Honestly.
So last week you met our amazing guests, our alter egos. And so this week, who do we want to introduce them to?
Us.
Exactly. I thought it was a trick question. I pulled Justin Bieber out of there. We want to talk to you guys about who we really are during our Monday through Friday. Maybe gain some of your respect back.
Yeah, we're not all trash.
Yeah, we actually are normal people.
Kind of.
A little bit.
Maybe not, but
So,
who wants to start?
dude, I feel like I'm in like a preschool class where I have to like introduce myself. Icebreakers. You ever get nervous during those?
I do.
When they say like introduce yourself,
When they
say
say-
one cool thing about you.
Or
and
like
I'm
three things about yourself. I'm like, bitch, I don't even know one thing about myself.
I like
And then I like rehearse my name over and over
Uh-huh.
again. I say I'm Macy.
You know what my go-to
Macy.
is, and then I just
Macy.
sound fucking weird. I go, oh, I'm Savannah. I'm a dog mom. What? Okay, so
Okay, back on
Savannah,
topic. Yes.
how is your transition?
Words are hard.
How has your transition been from Arizona, Queen Creek, Arizona,
Good old cows and moo-moos.
moving to LA and being quarantined in LA and trying to figure all that out?
Yeah, was horrible. So I moved out to LA from good old Queen Creek, like Van said, last September. So I just barely made it a year there. I don't know how. And it was horrible. When I first moved out there, I actually cried every single day. And I hated it. And I knew no one. And it was the scariest thing. I moved out there for modeling and acting. And yeah, I got super depressed. I had none of my friends. The girl that I moved in with, I didn't really know her. We had worked some gigs together, but it was, practically a stranger. And it was horrible. That move within itself is something that's really scary. It's a lot of money, and for what I was paying for one bedroom, I could have just owned a whole house out here.
Yeah.
So it was hard not to think of that all the time. I started finding more success in like January, February. I was like, wow, okay. I'm not depressed anymore. I'm single. I got this. I'm a bad bitch. Like, I'm freelance. I'm getting all this stuff. And then Corona hit. And
Yeah, you should talk about that a little bit too. How like you went out there like in your relationship and then
Yeah, so when I moved...
Oh yeah, because you were dating.
were you guys or like didn't
We
you
were
like
broken
move
up
when
when
you
we
got
were
back
talking.
together and then we come out and then you
Yes,
got
so
back
I was dating...
Well, you guys broke up, and then
Correct.
right before you moved, he reached out, and you guys were rekindling.
Rekindling.
that
Icky! I got out of a 3-year relationship, and then 2 months before I was about to move, we started talking again. So I moved out to LA alone, but like still having that relationship kind of. We would still FaceTime every day. He came out to visit me once, and then 2 months to me being in 2 months to me being in LA, we stopped talking again. So then I really had no one, and then I really got depressed. And it kind of hit rock bottom for me, and I didn't have Macy or Van out there or anything, and it was just a lot of drama. There was a lot that happened, and then you're not back home. You don't know what that ex is saying about you. You're like worried about that, even though you should never care, but you do.
You guys had a lot of mutual friends, though.
Yeah, my best friend was his roommate. Like, there was a lot of, oh, I don't want to hear your side, but I want to be there for you, but also I'm not going to tell you what he's saying, and just like this awkwardness of feeling like,
Almost like wishy-washy in a way.
yeah, 100%. So that was a whole other thing I was dealing with while I was out in LA, and trying to get my foot in the door with acting and modeling out there is just a whole different beast. And then dealing with coming back out of a relationship that you thought was gonna rekindle and you were hopeful for, which I was always telling them, like, it kind of made it worse. Like, I got my hopes up thinking that it was gonna be something good, just to, like, almost get heartbroken even
like
worse.
go through a breakup all over again.
When you're freshly in like, in a new place. So, yeah, that was the whole thing. And then I finally got out of that depression in January and February, and I was, like, getting so many gigs, and I was so happy, and Corona hit. And I have a lot of health issues, so I didn't want to risk it being in LA.
Mm-hmm.
So I came back right in March, and I stayed back in Arizona for like almost 4 months. Which
You were
was,
here for that long?
It was so depressing.
It's crazy because you were here for that long, but I feel like, I mean, obviously because we were all like social distancing at the time, but like, for you being here,
Yeah, we didn't see each other
I know,
like really at all.
I
literally
forgot
stayed
that
at
you
the
were even
house.
here. Like,
I think we
it
didn't
still
see
felt
you
like you
until
were
like
gone.
right before you went back. We went kayaking. Or
Yeah.
is that when you came back?
It was like the last week of me being here, we were like finally like, okay, we can see each other kind of thing. But yeah, and that, I mean, coming back to Arizona sucked because it put me back into that depression. I was back at the house where my ex-boyfriend and I would hang out all the time. Like, his stuff was hanging, like, at my
Like,
house
still in
and
your
stuff.
bedroom.
Yeah. And I was still paying LA rent, so I was paying all this money while literally sleeping on an air mattress at my dad's house. And I was just like, this so stupid, I can't get out of my lease, like, how long am I gonna be here? And yeah, I went back to LA, and it's just obviously still a shit show. I'm getting more work, and luckily during Corona I got a letter that I was like SAG certified, which is a big deal in that industry.
Yeah.
So
You should explain what that means.
Screen Actors Guild, guys.
Wow.
It means Mama can audition for the big roles like Netflix, but she's not going to any auditions. So it's a really big deal, and it's something that kind of, I feel like, put a little fire under my ass, because in Arizona it's so easy to like kind of get
Off.
Yeah, I mean, getting that letter during quarantine really kind of like pushed me back in it, and I was like eager to get back to LA, and then I got back and I was like, wait, there's nothing going on. So it's been back and forth, but now I'm in a new house. I live with manager Mike, who's a photographer.
Bless his soul.
A little bit of
Bless his
everything.
soul. I got a dog.
Man, many masks.
Yes. We will obviously get into all of our dating life, but that was a whole roller coaster that happened.
Oh yeah, talk about your dog, Olive.
Yes, I got a dog recently. I adopted her to give me some kind of hope in this life that I can love something unconditionally without it running away from me. We don't know yet. I've only had her a week. She might also leave me. But yeah, so I'm now in a house. I was in a condo before, so now I'm in a house. I'm in Hollywood. I'm in the like craziness of it all.
Talk about your present dating life. Where are you at? Let's
yeah.
let's talk
I'm
about.
single.
I know, like there was some things with the boy. It
Yes,
fell through a little bit,
it fell through.
and then there's maybe someone else.
Yes, there's a whole other spiel. We won't get into that for all of our datingness, but I would say, as of right now, your girl is sad. She is lonely. She is crying. She is listening to her breakup playlist.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
her Hinge account is still active.
We're still the
So
door
put
is
yourself
still
out there. What's your
open.
name? What's your
It's
account
at
name?
Van. I don't think you can find me that way. But so to sum it all up, I'm still surviving. I don't know what I'm doing in LA. I signed another year lease. I'm gonna hope I don't run out of money and that like things pick up. But as of right now, it's still just kind of dead, and I'm still sad, and it's okay. That's why we're here. What I want to know is, Mace, how did you get a house? Macy went from single life in her apartment, being a boss bitch, living all alone, and doing her damn thing, to now she is in a 2-story beautiful home, like redoing everything, and has a husband.
Going to school, working full time, just kicking life in the ass.
Yes, painting her rooms, getting new carpets, selling couches because her boyfriend was like a couch connoisseur.
Oh,
He
he was
really
a couch
was.
hoarder.
Yeah.
You couldn't walk
He had
because
like
there was
15
couches.
He had like 3 downstairs.
It was a
Literally.
maze of couches.
He had 3 couches in his bedroom.
I
What did
remember
he
that.
say? He was like, well, you just never know, like, if you need it or something.
Yeah,
Just
he
get a
wouldn't
bed.
get rid of them because he just loved them
You
so
just
much.
never know when you'll need a
Because
couch.
I sit on all of them. I'm like, I'm glad you sit on them.
Yeah, so So please explain how you went from that mace to this mace.
Where do I even start? Holy shit.
You went from living alone.
It all started in a
Well,
dive bar.
Yeah.
Champion.
Well, that's like the whole past
Yeah.
That's a whole
story.
thing.
We'll get
story.
there.
I want to know about
Yeah.
your living situation,
Before
your
that.
career.
I started, well, I was in an apartment paying all my own bills because I had a stupid ex-boyfriend that I had to kick out. So I had to learn how to support myself.
And you did a damn good job.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much.
Wow.
I'm flattered. I kind of had always had this passion of going to school to be an esthetician. Kind of put me in a bind when I started dating that boy because I was providing a lot for the both of us. So once he left, I had to support myself. I was working full-time at State Farm,
Yeah.
5 days a week.
Macy from State Farm.
Yeah, call me.
How can I help you?
I had literally no extra time on my hands, and I could not miss work
Yeah.
because I had to get that paycheck. So I called my mom one day, just randomly. I'm like, hey mom, I want to go back to school.
Yeah.
So I ended up moving back home.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I moved
You
back
did
there for a
home.
while.
I was there for, because I'm trying to think of, well, I was in my apartment for at least, there was only 2 months left of the lease. And then someone took it over for me when I moved in with my mom.
Yeah.
And then I ended up kind of falling off that because I met another boy from California.
See,
Got a little
when the guy that
distracted.
you
I feel
grind
like
on,
he should be
end up
like
dating.
sandwich boy because he's in the middle. He's just
Sandwich
sandwiched
boy.
in the middle
He
of
was
those
kind
transitions.
of like my get away from
Rebound.
my toxic boyfriend, not my
Yeah.
dream boyfriend. He
I
was
feel like we all
brought
have
me
one of
to my
those.
new
Yeah.
boyfriend.
Exactly.
You know? So he's like my little sandwich boy.
Thanks, sandwich boy from Cali.
Yeah. You weren't
Excellent.
all
Or your
bad.
bridge. He took you from one side to the other.
He really did.
He
That's
held
such
your
a
hand
good
and
way-
crossed you.
Yeah. So I met
Here's
him.
the light.
Yeah, I got a little
But not so much.
distracted with him and his
Yes.
life, and
Which can I say, by the way, me and Sav were both so confused by that.
Yeah,
I was
you really shocked us all.
I was confused.
But we
I met him,
supported
and
you.
then
Yeah.
literally we were dating in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and you.
It was really weird and fast and confusing because I didn't even really like him, but
We
Anyways.
knew that's what it
I
was
was
though.
sad.
Yeah, so we just supported.
Yeah. So met him, got caught up with his life and his lifestyle. Did not go to school because I was so wrapped around him. And
Well,
his
and you were
life.
driving to LA like every
Yeah,
other weekend.
well,
like,
San Diego, and then
Yeah.
we started talking about living together. So I'm like, what if I'm moving? I'm not gonna start school if I'm moving. And I was
Yeah.
like, I can't even believe I'm talking about those things.
yeah.
So all of that happened, and then we ended up breaking up for the better. And it was so fast though when I met Pat.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was
That's her
almost
husband.
immediate. So I went out one night, met Pat, and then kind of that's all history.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed to have him because
Oh, Lordy, she's getting emotional.
and no, he's just like an angel from above. He's helped me with school. He's helped me, I'm in his house now.
Mhm.
But that's how I have the house.
She's
I didn't
like, find a daddy and
buy
move
a
in with
house or
him.
anything, but well, I was looking to buy a house, and then we had talked about it because I was going to buy a house, he was going to move in with me, we were going to rent this one.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then the market was just not good. It just didn't seem like the best decision. And he's like, well, why don't you come in here? We'll make it comfy.
Yeah.
Little did
maybe
he
like
know,
take the couch
turned his
out.
world upside down
For
by
the
selling all of
better.
his couches. And yeah.
But look at it now.
And
It's
then
so
I was
good.
still working at State Farm, I was still doing the 9 to 5, and I kind of had a mental breakdown. I was like, I gotta do something different. I
Yeah,
need
you
to
were
move
super
somewhere.
unhappy.
I need to find a new career, anything. And he was very wishy-washy about it because he was like, I don't know if that's a good career during this time. And he had known somebody from the past that did this career and didn't take it serious, so he just had a bad image about it. And then he kind of saw how in love I was with it and supported me.
You're very passionate about it, 100%.
Yeah,
This has always
absolutely.
been the one thing that you're super passionate
I've always
about.
talked about it. So
It's your thing for
started
sure.
going to school in June. I finished November 25th, which is actually my birthday.
Oh,
I know.
Double celebration, we're gonna block out!
and graduation.
We'll have
So,
another story.
Yeah, it's kind of where I'm at.
How do you feel school's been right now? Because you started it during the pandemic.
Yeah, it's tough because so before COVID happened, it was an all in-person thing. There was no online, nothing like that. When I started, they had just started the hybrid class where you're there 1 day a week and the rest is online. And for something like this, like working in the beauty industry and all that, you can't learn online. Like you can't learn.
Yeah, you need to be in person.
You need to be like
working on
hands-on,
someone.
doing stuff.
Practicing.
So I kind of feel like I got cut short.
Yeah.
Because I'm like not doing a whole lot of hands-on, but luckily they've been like really flexible and they're like basically just come in whenever you can, do whatever you have to do to feel comfortable. So I'm there 12 hours a day, Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I work Monday, Thursday, Friday, and I go to school every other Saturday.
You're booked and busy.
Yeah.
And working in between all that. And renovating this house.
And I just got lasered and I just got licensed with lasers.
Like guys, I just got my asshole laser, just so you want, if you want to know.
So I get a laser, which is great.
We're excited about that. Okay, so you're balancing 101 things and someone else is balancing 101 things, and that woman is
Little
you,
Miss
Van.
Van has like 57 jobs. Every time I talk to her, she's got a new gig.
I do have a new job.
I feel like
all
you
the time.
found
Like I've
something that you really love right
never met
now.
someone that has so many jobs.
But okay, here's the thing though about yoga. It's like it's all one job.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you can't
Different
work at one place and make a living. Like you have to bounce around.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like because I usually always have like my main thing, you know, like where my income really comes from. And I do have a different job like every 6 months or like every year. I feel like
So
you really
and that's
do.
to a fault. Like I
And
definitely
I
need to
think
get
it's
better
the
at that.
coolest thing because I'm like the type of person that's like scared to leave my job. I'm like, oh my god, if I leave, like what if I don't?
What will I do?
Like, what if I like hate the next job, or what if they don't pay me like they State Farm did, or whatever the case may be. So I like admire that about you because you're like bouncing around. You're like, nope, that doesn't make me happy. On to the next, on to the next. And
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
I think it's
and-
cool.
But I need to commit. That's my new goal.
Yes and no, but
Commit.
you're still so young. So like, not getting too comfortable.
It's true.
So young I think is really good.
Well, and you're
yeah,
used to this.
and it's helped me like figure out what I like and what I don't like.
Yeah.
Because
And
you
I know exactly what I want to do now. So
started, like you got your license, and is it license? Or you
certification.
Certification, like all within the last like 3 years, right? Because it's when I met you, you were going to school for it, so it's super recent for you. Like
Yeah, exactly. Like 3 years ago, I started.
So how did you like start getting into the industry of it?
Well, it started so slow. Because I got certified and then I was
As a
kind of
yoga
just like
instructor.
and then I was just kind of teaching like
You're doing
little
rhythm
stuff. Well,
classes.
actually, yeah, I did get like a job right away at this gym that from an ex actually hooked me up with that one.
Actually brought us more good, let me think.
Hooked me up with that one. And then so that kind of like got my foot in the door, got me comfortable teaching. And then I got hired where I got my certification at, which I fucking love them so much. They're like my family, and the owner is amazing. And I've been teaching there ever since. Yeah.
You stuck with that. That's
Yeah.
something you stuck with. that.
Yeah, I've been there for a long time. And then I just started getting little things here and there, like just posting on social media a lot and people reaching out, doing a lot of events now, privates. I got that hospital job, which has been amazing, doing yoga therapy, which is actually what I want to stick with, I think. Like, that's definitely
I feel like
for me.
Makes you really happy. Just
Oh,
the
it
way you
does.
talk about it, or you're happy to go to work.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy every day. Like, I get so excited. And I pick up shifts whenever I can. We can, like, work however many hours we want. I'm literally there, like, 7 in the morning. And I'm like, I'll just be here all day. Like, I really do love it. Yeah.
That's like super rare to find, because I've never had a job, obviously not this modeling and acting career, but like besides I've never been like, oh, I want to go to work and I want to stay.
Yeah,
like,
I've never
everything
had that.
else has been
For you,
horrible.
Sav, did you only work at the coffee shop? Because I never knew what your jobs
No,
were
so
previously.
I've worked so many different gigs. I've been working since I was 15, and my first job was like a hostess at a nice restaurant up on the hill, like kind of thing, and I would like walk there every day. So I like have done a bunch of restaurant gigs, hostess gigs, waitress gigs, I worked at a burrito shack that had no AC during the summers, and it was an actual shack, and I
Was that
fainted.
on Power?
I don't know streets. But yeah, I had worked at Ulta for 3 years, or almost 4 years, as
I
like
have no idea.
as a beauty prestige lady. And then prestigious. My name tag got changed. I felt so fancy. I worked there for 4 years, and then I worked at the coffee shop as the barista and stuff for 3. That's where I met Van and was at the coffee shop. And you were just starting school then.
Yep.
It's
I know,
just been
really
crazy to watch you go from like thing to thing to thing, and it just like pick up. It's like snowballed.
Yeah, it definitely has. And like I was super discouraged at first because I was like, I'm making 0 money from yoga. Like I'm pretty much just doing this all for free is what it felt like.
Yeah.
And so to actually like, that's all I'm doing now. Like I'm full-time yoga and actually making a living and paying my bills. So that's something.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because I felt like that seems so like out of reach for you to do that.
I didn't think it was ever possible. So
And it's a
It's really cool.
competitive industry too. Like
Mhm.
I think it's cool that you're making something out of it.
yeah, absolutely.
I think it's crazy and cool that like where we're at right now is exactly where we said we wanted to be when we were first getting close like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like you wanted to like, you know, be in a healthy relationship, have a home, have a this, like have your life together, be doing what you're going to school for right now. Van wanted to be doing yoga full time as a career, and I wanted to be in LA like actually
Make a move.
making moves, going after what I really want. Because I went to college and then I was like, this is not for me, I'm dropping out.
Same.
It's wild.
So-
I know. And everything that's like happened in between. Like when right before I went to school, was dating like the worst human being in the world. Bounced from, you know, like, I feel like the second one, almost said the name, was the one that like got me through that time period.
Yeah.
And then had, you know, the other one. and then like having to live together and then like break up during all of that was really tough too. Like I think that set me back a lot.
It set you back, but it also
We'll fix that.
the timing of it is when everything was on pause for the world.
Yeah.
So I felt
I
like
think it was almost.
The fuck is that? Someone's dying in Macy's house. That's okay.
that's alright. Keep it there.
We're alright.
We're alright.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
I just think it's crazy how we're literally all in the place that we said we wanted to be 3 years ago, and I'm just curious where you guys want to see yourselves 3 years from now.
Oh, I can't answer that.
Okay.
I genuinely can't because I feel like in 3 years,
Yeah.
I can't even think about where I want to see myself in like 6 months.
But that's what we
What?
used to say. I feel like I
No,
can say where you want to be.
yeah.
You want to be married and have kids.
Yeah, that's a very generic answer though.
But
like,
it's what
not
you want.
really.
And you want to probably have your own, like,
Because that
office
stuff
and
that's
space.
like unrolling, like, you
Yeah.
It's happening.
But I also want to travel. I mean, I guess 3 years from now, I would hope I'm freaking pregnant on my second or something.
Oh, wow. Macy's the married one out of us.
Yeah. Business-wise, I guess I don't know where I see myself. Like, yeah, I would like to open up my own little spot,
Mm-hmm.
but
yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like things are constantly changing for me.
But this is
So
what you
true.
want to stay in, right? This industry?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Me and Pat have talked a lot about, like, moving
Yeah.
and, like, experiencing, like, other cities, whether that's because he's buying rentals.
Yeah.
So he's buying homes, renting them out, and he's talked about, like, well, let's buy a home, let's go live there, renovate it. We can work from home now because both
Yeah.
of our companies are doing that. But I don't want to stay at State Farm. So that would require me either finding a different job or I'd be bouncing around from city to city with my license. And
And
that's
you would have to, like,
really
retest
tough.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You, like, when you get licensed, you have to build your clientele based off, like, your home and the people you see and talk to all the time.
Yeah, and who you
It
know.
would be really hard to do something like that.
To keep that consistent, flowing, full-time business if
Yeah.
you're just moving.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes complete
And I
sense.
can't stay at State Farm. I think I would blow my brains out.
I think you would too, 100%.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're not an office lady.
No.
No. We can't do that.
No.
Okay, well, so you just want to, like, keep traveling, keep kind of doing what you're doing,
Yeah.
but more established version.
Yeah.
With kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of really just want to be like a housewife.
Okay, cute. That's my worst nightmare.
That's literally what I want to be.
You would
I
kill
would,
it. You would kill it. You'd
I
be
totally
great.
want to be a housewife. I want to stay home, raise the kids, cook, clean. Like that's just my cup
Aww.
of tea. But I also love like my career, so I
Yeah.
would need like
something on the side.
maybe like a day or two out of the week to go work for myself.
Yeah.
Because I do like my alone time.
That sounds
And
like
my
a
personal
nice little
time.
balance.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
cute.
we just have to talk to Pat now. Because I
Patrick.
don't know how he feels about me just being like a single wifey.
Oh, cute. I'm sure he would not mind.
Oh, I think he would.
Oh.
He's a big like income person. Like his world revolves around money. You guys would be
Yeah, but
so
does he realize
surprised.
how much outcome a fucking nanny is?
That's very true, yeah. That is another thing. Well, he was just like, well, if you just work from home, and I'm like,
Or if I just don't work and I'm home.
I got a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 3-year-old. Working from home doesn't look like that anymore. Looks like I'm taking care of the kids.
Oopsies. Okay, man, where do you want? Do you want to have like your own yoga studio? Like,
Yeah, that's like my
is
goal.
that your dream?
Yeah, like, will that happen in 3 years? I don't know, because I don't know.
It's moving
where-
fast right now.
I know, that's true. I guess you never know. I don't know where I want to be. Like, I don't know where I want to end up location-wise.
Okay.
And so I feel like I cannot settle down in a studio until I know, like, where I
That's
want to
your
stay.
home base.
Yeah, because then you're stuck there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. We'll see where life takes me.
So, are you wanting to stay in Arizona or?
That's the hard thing because I love my life here. Like, I love everything I'm doing right now, but I don't know if. I wish I could just like pause it, go travel, go do whatever I want to do, and then come back and have everything be exactly how it is. But I know that's not how it works, so I don't know. I really have
Well, I
no
mean,
fucking
Corona
idea.
proved you wrong. That bitch paused everyone.
Well, yeah,
But you
can
could travel.
So yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so
And-
you're gonna have a studio and travel.
Yep. And that's about it. How about you, man?
I don't want to still be in LA, but I know I'm gonna have to be in LA because my career is not gonna take off and be in the place that I want it to be in 3 years.
Where would you like to be?
Movies. Movie industry.
No, like location.
Oh, I was like, I want to film. I like acting.
Still just movies.
I would like to be living in Hawaii.
Okay.
Hawaii or Montana or Colorado.
Montana?
It's just beautiful. Have you seen the pictures?
Really? I mean, I've seen pictures. It just looks like
Nothing.
land. Lots of
Land.
free land.
I just want to be
That's
somewhere where I
hard.
can
Like
be.
I
I want
said,
to be.
Hawaii or Montana?
Well, the
Oh yeah,
dream-
we're moving to Hawaii next year. Remember?
Yeah.
2021.
exactly
We already picked out
a house.
pretty much.
My dream for 3 years, which I don't think it'll happen in 3 years, but I would want to have a house in Hawaii and a house in like Colorado or Denver, and like be in Hawaui during the
Colorado
summer.
or Denver? Denver's in Colorado.
Or I'm sorry. I meant Colorado
I
or
didn't know
Montana. No, I didn't even realize. I'd rather be like Colorado, Montana, and then Hawaii. So it's like a little.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Apparently I'm hungry.
Someone's hungry. We gotta feed somebody else this bitch.
Oh my god, Manager Mike.
Yeah.
That lollipop didn't fill you up?
Where do I want to be in 3 years? Full.
But the end goal was to not be in LA, to be in a place where I'm successful enough to where I can just come back for work and not have to be there to be in the hustle and bustle. But I know the career timeline is going to take longer, so I don't know. I just want to be able to still have an income doing what I love full time, which is acting and modeling, and hopefully more like director kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the dream would to be in films, like full time. That's my career. No more commercials. No more like little short films or skits. And just full time film. And like maybe be on the cover of a magazine would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Or like to maybe like direct it and come up with the whole concept and then also be the model and have a whole moment.
A moment.
A whole moment.
last moment.
A whole ass moment. Hi,
Look
Vogue,
at us
hire
and our
me.
big dreams.
Our big dreams.
Yeah, you guys are like, well, I want to
Yeah.
travel the world, and I want to have a studio and be in movies. I'm like, I just want to be a mom.
Well, no, I definitely do. Like,
I do want to
get
get
married.
but
Like,
not in 3 years.
like I don't know if that'll happen in 3 years because I'm not dating anybody.
Like, literally no
But-
one.
Well, I guess guess
But,
3
like,
years is a good
I'm
timeline.
definitely,
Because
like, my next relationship is,
It
like,
better be the person I
very, like, I'm not dating somebody until I'm, like, okay,
For
I'll
sure.
marry this person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I talked to Pat and I was like, look, I am ready.
I'm
I
fertile.
was ready like 6 months ago to be pregnant, so
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, well, I want to get married first. And blah blah blah. I'm not like the type of girl that like goes by the rules of the book,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Bad girl.
That girl that stays home with the kids.
No, I'm just not like that. Like, I could care less. Like, I know I'm gonna marry him. I don't have to marry him in
In
4
order to have
years
children.
to have kids. I think I'm young. I'm fresh. My body's gonna bounce back.
Ooh,
After I have
snatched.
kids. Like, I want to do it young because the older I get, the harder life is gonna be. I'm gonna be more tired. I'm gonna be. I know there's a lot of other things, but
Okay.
I just also I have health issues, so I also worry like that playing a role in my body as
The
I get
more you
older.
wait, yeah, 100%.
And I'm like, what if I'm not fertile? Like, oh my god, I would be devastated.
Good thing we're at the ripe age of 23.
True. But
Yeah.
actually, I'm gonna be 24 next
I'm
month.
25 right now, and I am so alone, and I have no hope. So.
Well, I told him, I was like, look, like, by the time I'm 26, like, you're not
3
fucking
years.
me up, someone else is.
Yeah, see, there you go.
That's your
3 years.
3-year plan, exactly. Bridesmaids. Ooh,
Maid of
cute.
honors, plural.
But
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Pat to sit us down and ask for our blessing, honestly.
if he doesn't
I'm like counting down the minutes.
Don't ask my mom, don't ask my dad.
ask
Call
us.
1-800, tell us.
You have
the
us
drill.
on speed dial. Yeah, Uncle Pat, if you're listening right now, I want you to know that if you do not text Savannah and I in a group chat together at the same moment, so we find this out.
Oh, no texting. You better.
Oh, he's gonna
Take
three-way
us
call
out
us?
to-
Oh.
Buy you a couple
Oh, yeah, you don't
tequila
live here.
shots or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say coffee, but that works too. Tequila.
If you
Key
do
to our
not
heart.
ask for a blessing, you're not it. You're not marrying her.
Yeah,
So I
would
hope you
say
listen to
that
this.
that's a good deal.
Our lives are all crazy. We're all where we wanted to be, and that's kind of like what made us want to do this podcast, because this is going to be like the one consistent thing where we can come together, like catch up.
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
well, me and Van live like pretty close, but
Yeah.
you
We
live
don't
in
get to
LA
see each
and
other.
we really don't like
Like,
Because you guys are so
together.
busy. Like,
Yeah.
We see each other when
Same
we're all
amounts.
together,
Yeah.
and like once in a blue moon we get to go out with each other. But we're so busy. We have different lives and doing different things at different times.
schedules.
Yeah, and we're tired all the time.
For
We're
real.
freaking
We're getting
tired.
old. But I know, it is crazy. Like, I feel like we all feel like we're just running around with our fucking heads cut off and we have no idea what the fuck we're doing.
But really,
But,
we've come such a
yeah,
long way.
when you look
dude.
back to when we all like first became friends, like we really have grown, and I just want you guys to know I'm so fucking proud of you.
Oh,
Both of you.
Here we are.
I really am.
Aw.
No, I'm super proud of us. Like, that's what I'm saying. We are all where we want to be. Exactly.
Now everybody gets to hear a deep ass comment.
Yeah,
Oh,
and you
you
probably
just wait.
don't care.
No, but you're
But-
listening.
I just think it's also relatable. Like,
Yeah.
and
Definitely.
we're putting it all out there, and I think that
People will
anyone-
kind of
yeah.
get what we're going through. We get what
Yeah.
they're going through. Vice
Yeah.
versa.
Someone can at least relate to one of us. I would
Yeah.
fucking hope.
Right.
Well, and I think this also makes us not take life so seriously and like look back at stuff that we used to think was gonna break us,
For
like
sure.
your breakup with Crazy Man, or you know you starting your
Which
career in
Crazy
yoga. SoundCloud rapper.
yeah.
Ah,
I know, I
yeah,
feel like-
yeah.
Like, okay, another like big thing too is I feel like being a yoga instructor, I thought that I had to be a certain way. Like I thought like,
Yeah.
oh, if I'm doing yoga, like I have to act like a yoga instructor. But like that's what is that? Like
Yeah.
that's not actually a thing. That I kinda
Okay,
made it up in my head.
Yeah, this is like our therapy. This is our one constant. And that's kind of like what pushed us to do this podcast and to get serious about it, because it's our one quote unquote excuse. Like, oh, sorry, I gotta go record with the gals. It's
Kind of like our escape. Like
Yeah, because we do this anyways, like with just each other. Like we would be sitting here talking about the same
or
things.
sending audio text messages.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
So we're like, why not just fucking turn this into something? you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's only gonna get better. Like
Mhm.
we're
We're
just
gonna keep
fucking getting
progressing.
started.
Yeah.